Hello, I'm Calvin, and I'll be presenting our international marketing strategy for expanding Tim Hortons to Sri Lanka. Now we'll take a look at the introduction. Tim Hortons is a Canadian multinational coffee house and restaurant chain based in Toronto. Tim Hortons serves coffee, donuts, and other fast food items. It is Canada's largest quick service restaurant chain with over 5,500 restaurants across 15 countries and is recognized as the third largest coffee brand globally. Sri Lanka is a small island in the Indian Ocean with a land area of 25,100 square miles and a population of 222 million. Despite its small size, it has a rich biodiversity distributed within a large range of ecosystems and inherits a mix of modern heritage and cultural spots. Cities like Colombo, Negombo, Galle, Mount Lavinia, and Kalkisa are booming with activities and foot traffics from both locals and tourists.
Years with a focus on tourism, textile manufacturing, and agriculture. With a high literacy rate of the country has skilled workforce available for the coffee shop industry, making an attractive market for business like Tim Hortons. The coffee shop industry in Sri Lanka has space for growth with the potential market due to the both international tourist and local trend diversions. The global coffee shop market is valued at 106 six nine one hundred one hundred and six nine billion US dollar in 2022. Estimated it is to 243 billion by 2032. To target the middle class segment, the Tim Hortons can leverage its brand recognition or affordable pricing while maintaining the quality standard. With the few reform of place for international investment, Sri Lanka present a new emerging market for opportunities for foreign investment. Legal and regulatory changes in Sri Lanka can be seen an opportunity for investment in the coffee shop industry, making it easier for companies like Tim Hortons to enter the market. Additionally, local coffee suppliers and standardize the product as part of Tim Hortons standard can help the company establish a strong foothold in the market. Economic retake of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's coffee culture is growing rapidly, presenting an opportunity for Tim Hortons to enter the market with free trade agreement with the ASEAN and opportunities for standard supplies from India. Tim Hortons can ensure a reliable supply chain, development of local standard coffee information, formulation, and product local value addition can help with cost control and the local tastes. Creating a modern and cultural ambience can attract both local and tourists. With over 2 billion tourists visiting Sri Lanka each year, and tourism being a priority sector for the government economic recovery plan, Timor can tap into a growth market. Overall, Sri Lanka presents a promising opportunity for Tim Hortons to expand their brand and reach a new market.
Sri Lanka coffee market and competition. We have several local brands and international brands also, of which few I will be mentioning now. We have the Barista Sri Lanka, it's a local brand. The Grind Coffee House, so it's a local brand. The Wheat and Co, a local brand. The Coffee Cade, which is also a local brand. Then we have the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf USA brand. And several things, the open market opportunity with less market share by international brands. And the local and foreign customers. The availability of Burger King with 23 outlets as an ally. Absence of any recognized coffee brand chain. Low risk, worth higher gains as world leading brand for coffee in and on the go.
Now, coming to the next slide, we are going to talk about the target market for Tim Hortons in Sri Lanka, which is we know like it's 21 billion population of total of Sri Lanka, and the major proportion comes in the age group of 15 to 64. That is 67%, which comprises of teenage, the working personnel, and also the old age persons. And coming to the next slide, we are going to talk about the consumer preferences here. In today's modern world, everybody wants to be attached with some brand, and also they are too much into the social media, so they like to have the things and post the things with the international brands, so they want to experience the things, and they also like to follow the things from the Western culture. And they like to have the things from the global markets, global brands, and want to experience the service. And the tourism in here also plays a significant role in the consumer preferences, as the consumers always look for a global brand wherever they go. And coming to the next slide of international expansion strategy for Tim Horton, which will be easily available to average earner, and increasing their brand image globally, and have a competitive work better in a competitive environment, and do the partnerships with the local authorities, local businesses, which will be beneficial to them, as like they can come to know like what the consumers likes the most there, like how the taste, what is the taste of the customers, and regarding that. And to target, how to target a bigger target audience of 15 to 64 age group. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lovepreet Kaur and my student ID is 2521066. So in this slide, I'm going to discuss about the entering a new market, entering a new business. And for this video, the influential strategical analysis, in which we cover the SWOT analysis. Basically, it means we just cover the its strengths, weaknesses, then the opportunities, then the threats. So talking about strengths, then there are the four strengths that we did, that the item portfolio, and then entering a new market. It just means that there can be the variety of the products and the services. There can be, with the entrance of new market, there cannot be dependence of neither any kind of single market or any kind of single product and service. So this will also increase the customers. This will also a source of revenue. There can be the more source of revenues as well. Then there is another strength, that is the dispersion means the geographical speed by which a company reach to its customers. It means customers are more closer to the company. There can be the less expense of the transportation, and then it can provide the good services to the customer. So then there is a pricing is basically an important aspect of for giving strength to a company, particular business. So if the prices are low and the quality of the products, quality of the brand is higher, then there can be the attraction of more customers. This will also lead to the brand loyalty. And then talking about weaknesses, then there are a variety of the weaknesses as well. For example, because of the new staff, it's just because of the less know-how of the particular brand, of the particular processes that the organizations use, the operations that the particular organizations use, can be the weakness for the company. And then there's a supply chain management. It means there should be the better supply chain management. The poor supply chain management can be a really weakness for a company. Then there can be the brand acceptance. Even wider analysis or wider kind of the information can be the shorter if the products are not accepted by the customer, or the products are not valued by the customers or the stakeholders. Then there can be the statistical surveying. That can also be the weaknesses if the surveys or the data gathered by the services are not by the surveys are not accurately collected, or something like did very nicely. So this will lead to the wrong conclusion. Then talking about the opportunities, and there can be the variety of opportunities as well. For example, by launching the new products, there can be the variety of the products and the customer services for the customers and the stakeholders. Then there's the skilled labor market, which means that there can be the identification of the skilled worker, the skilled staff that is working in an organization or a company. Then there can be the attraction of the tourist. Then next, market entry strategy for the market. There are some legal and regulatory requirements basically. So first of all, there is the need of the proper location on which the company can be established. Then there is a design of the food establishment, in which it's delivering, it's from one place to another, it's processing, its rate, its handling, and its storage. All the aspects are covered. So for this, there is a proper allowance of the regulations. Then next, the legal factors, that issues on the safety of the product, on the standards of the advertising, then health and safety, and some other labeling of the products, and many factors that are required, that should be allowed for establishing a company. Hence, for entering the for making the possibility of the Tim Horton in Sri Lanka, both the regulatory and the legal aspects are significant.
Now I will present the menu localization and location. Tim Horton can introduce a modern grab and go culture to the Sri Lankan market, offering quick and convenient options for the busy customers.
This chain can also implement signature services standards that appeal to Sri Lankan markets, such as warm hospitality, personalized service. When it comes to location, Tim Hortons can establish its outlet in both modern and cultural tourist spots in Sri Lanka, allowing the chain to attract both local and foreign customers by strategically locating its outlet. Tim Horton can also ensure easy access for its target market, particularly the middle class portfolio. Segmentation and targeting based on the provided targeted audience. Tim Horton can segment and position Sri Lankan market as such as business people can be segmented further on the basis of the size of the business they are in, the professional and their income level as the same way. Tim Horton can target this segment by providing quick and efficient service and comfortable atmosphere for business meeting and convenient location near business districts. Working adults can be segmented based on their occupation, income level, and lifestyle presence. Likewise, Tim Horton can target working adults by providing them a variety of affordable food and beverage options for a quick break during their busy workday. Family can be segmented based on the number of family members, their age, group, and their income level at the same time. Students from the lower income and middle class families can be segmented on the base of age group, education level, and spending capacity. Students from the lower and middle class, Tim Horton can target students by offering them affordable food and beverages options and relaxed atmosphere for studying and socializing. Tim Horton can target working adults by providing them a variety of affordable food and beverage products for a quality breaking during their busy working day. Positioning of Tim Horton. Tim Horton can position itself in Sri Lankan emerging market as a brand that provides high quality food and beverage, fast and friendly service, and offer pricing affordable pricing strategy. It can also position itself as a brand that caters to the needs of busy professional and families on the go, as well as students seeking a comfortable and relaxed environment. Tim Horton can also highlight its Canadian heritage and the unique blend of the Canadian and Sri Lankan culture in its menu. Offering and positioning itself in this way, Tim Horton can differentiate itself from other fast food chains and cater the needs of its target audience in Sri Lankan emerging markets. Marketing strategy of outdoor digital and social media and channels integration. Tim Horton can use social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter to reach its target audience in Sri Lanka. The brand can post emerging content uh, including product image promotions and events to build a strong online presence and drive traffic to its physical outlet. With the implementation of SEO, Tim Horton can optimize its website and other online platforms for local engine search engine optimization. It will increase the visibility and drive traffic to its outlet. The brand can also localize keywords and phrases to improve its search ranking on Google and other search engines. Tim Horton can introduce e-commerce digital payment options to provide customers with convenient and secure payment option. The brand can partner with local payment providers such as Dialog, Easy Cash, and Jenny to offer multiple payments options to its customers. Tim Horton can develop a market app that allow customers to place orders, track their order, receive promotional services. The app can also provide customers with a loyalty program that offer rewards and discount for repeat purchase. Tim Horton can collaborate with local celebrities and influencers to promote its brand product. The brand can leverage their reach and influence to attract new customers and build brand awareness in Sri Lanka. With the content marketing strategy, Tim Horton can create informative content that appeals to its target audience in Sri Lanka. The brand can also improve local customers in its content marketing strategy by featuring their stories and experiencing with the brand. Tim Horton can also develop promotional marketing campaigns that are tailored to the local dynamic of Sri Lanka. The brand can create promotion and events that reflect local holidays, traditional and additional events, cultural events to attract and engage customers. Overall, by integrating Sri Lankan emerging market and building strong brand presence, the brand can also leverage local influencers, developing emerging content and tailoring its promotional campaigns to the local dynamic of the market to attract their retained customer. Tim Horton has implemented several corporate responsibilities CSR corporate responsibilities CSR initiative to address various social and development environmental issues. Here are CSR initiatives undertaken by Tim Horton. Tim Horton has made a commitment to using only ethically sourced coffee beans. They have been a member of Fair Trade International Organization since 2014, which means they pay a fair price to coffee farmers and promote sustainable farming practices. Recycling policies of the Tim Horton has increased its operations. They have introduced recycling programs in many of their restaurants, including recycling bin of cups, lids, and paper products. Carbon emission policies of the Tim Horton has goals to reduce its greenhouse gas emission by 40% by 2025. They have implemented several means to achieve this, such as improving the energy
efficacy of their restaurant, promoting sustainable transportation options to the employees, and sourcing renewable energy. Employee treatment of the Tim Horton has implemented several policies to support its employee, including offering health benefits, flexible schedules, paid time off. They're also training and developing opportunities to help their employees advance in their careers. Tim Horton is committed to supporting the communities where it operates. They have donated millions of dollars to various charitable organizations and community projects such as supporting youth support programs and funding local initiatives to reduce homeless. Tim Horton has celebrated Canadian cultures through various promotions initiatives such as offering limited edition Canadian themed products and sponsoring Canadian events. Now we will move towards United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
My name is Ahmed Hassan. My ID is 2550558. I'm from Group 13. And thanks to my all group members for presenting the previous slides. So it's my turn. I'm going to talk about the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, keeping in view Tom Horton's business insight into the Sri Lankan market. So definitely every multinational company or every giant or blue chip company, definitely they have a corporate social responsibility wherever they do their business or expand their business. In the same way, Tim Horton also has a same responsibility while expanding it to Sri Lanka. As United Nations defined in 2015, defined 17 certain benchmark goals for all the nations, United Nations members to implement while their growth, while their developments, and even their across the border investments and cooperations. So keeping in view Tim Horton's expansion to the Sri Lanka, definitely there are a few goals that applied also on Tim Horton to keep in view as its social corporate responsibility. Number one is the poverty. Definitely, when some blue chip company they operate in some new emerging market, definitely they try to embed its image in that market. So same way that Tim Horton definitely has the responsibility to play its part in reducing the poverty and work with the economic development, economic growth of the Sri Lanka. And definitely they will bring new innovations and infrastructures in the Sri Lankan coffee shop market and food market for their consumers, and try to develop a sustainable cities and communities, and try to provide a platform for togetherness for family, friends, and their opted consumers. And being a Tim Horton as a global brand, definitely it will look after for the climate actions took place in the future in the Sri Lankan market, and try to achieve its partnership, try to achieve its goals through partnerships and development of the new investments with having a ventures with local investors. So these are the blueprints. Definitely, they are implementable and applicable for every company who is expanding its business across their borders. And United Nations emphasis on these blueprints to reduce the poverty and to bring the equality, and empowerment in the introducing poverty and the local development of the country. So I'm moving to the next slide. Keeping in view Tim Horton's previous debate from my group members, definitely every company which plans to enter in a new market, in a new emerging market, definitely they will look and they have a future outlook for its projections in sales and revenue expectations. So I try to develop a estimated on average revenue projections per year calendar. And I manage this data based on the local menu available in the United Kingdom market, and work out an average sale price, and converted an average amount of per day sale to per year sale. So in this way, 690,500 pounds can be the per year estimated revenue for the Tim Horton from one outlet. And this approximation based totally based on the local menu and calculation based in Great British pound. Detailed workout can be done based on the realistic data worked out from the Sri Lankan market, or even from the Tim Horton company. Now, after completing of this presentation, at the end of the presentation, that definitely we have a certain key insights to develop a conclusion for the Tim Horton, whether Tim Horton go for the new development in the Sri Lanka. After the crisis and a new regime for the development of the new economy, government developed certain FDI relaxations and exceptional tax relaxations for the new investors in the Sri Lanka. and define a reward tax framework from the Sri Lankan government for the new incomer or the new entrant in the market, so that they can manage and they can establish their business on the long-term basis. And as Sri Lanka is in a stage of emergence from the economic crisis, so it's a very wide and open space available for the new investors, for the new ventures to be there and develop their businesses and play a vital role in the establishment of the Sri Lankan economy. I think Sri Lanka is a very suitable place right now, and for a renowned brand like Tim Horton, as the local availability of suppliers, as Sri Lanka is known as a coffee country, and production of the coffee in Sri Lanka, and Tim Horton can manage its can manage its suppliers on its own standards, on its own quality standards. Even in the early stage, Tim Horton can manage early supplies from its neighboring country to Sri Lanka, like India. As India, there is a certain establishment available in India of Tim Horton. Because of India and Sri Lanka and other ASEAN countries, they are in an agreement of a free trade without any levies, without any taxes, without any road taxes, just like that. So it can Tim Horton can avail this opportunity in its early stage. And even the Burger King is available there. And Tim Horton can utilize the Burger King's existing experience in Sri Lankan market, how it established itself, and how it acquired its raw material, and how it acquired its talented human resource in Sri Lanka. As Sri Lanka has a very good literacy rate, so talented human resources also available, and it's a very good market. So as a conclusion, I defined a tagline: Sri Lanka's renewed relationship with the beverage has only just begun to brew. Coffee lovers rejoice. There's clearly a lot more on the card. It means there is a lot more availability, lot more consumer, and lot more coffee lovers are there, and trend following people are there, and even a certain age group is there, having a middle class income, and they are eager to spend their money in a good aesthetic environment like Tim Hortons. Thank you very much.